Alright, so we got every damn day program practice 2. This is going to be 8 sets of 25 kettlebell swings with a great movement prep. So we're going to open up with that, but before we go into that, tuck it, tie it. Level 1 car, starting off with the neck. We're going to bring that chin down, look over the shoulder, drop the ear, bring it all the way around, reverse that direction. We're making a circle as big as we possibly can without pain. 3 each side. I'll let you pause and do that now. Going on to a spinal car, standing. We're thinking we're blocked in here. Bring our torso down, rotate towards that hip, drop the shoulder, circle all the way around, rotate, down, reverse directions. I'll pause right there, 3 reps each shot. We got scapular cars. We'll make a circle as big as we possibly can without changing our torso position. Pull our shoulder blades back, elevate, rotate forward, retract, and then push forward, elevate, retract, and depress. 3 each shot. I'll pause and let you get that in. Shoulder cars. We're going to open up our arm as much as we possibly can, keeping that rib locked in. We're going to come up and across our midline, keeping our arm externally rotated. Reach up to the sky. Feel that block. Start rotating, making that circle as big as possible, keeping that shoulder pointed forward. Hit the side. Our palm should be facing away. The reverse is hit that block there. Start slowly rotating, coming back around. That would be 3 on the right, 3 on the left. I'm going to pause and let you get that in right there. Elbow car. Start with your arms pointed out or your thumbs pointed away from your body. We're going to flex at the elbow as much as we possibly can. Rotate down. Extend the elbow. Reverse that position. Rotate back. That would be 1 full rep. 3 in each direction. I'll pause and let you get that in right there. Wrist car. Start off with your forearms pointed straight up. Bring your fingers to the ground. Point. Circle all the way around without changing your forearm position. Circle all the way back. 3 each direction, making a full 360-degree sphere with your wrist. Pause and let you get that in. Hip, we're going to find something stable, wall, pole, chair. We're going to bring that knee up. Rotate that shin in. Abduct, keeping our sternum, belly button, pointed straight ahead. Get as far out as you can. Rotate that heel up. Push that knee back. We're going to reverse that direction. Pull that knee, heel up. Get as high as you possibly can. Keep rotating that leg. Get back down to the start. 3 on the right, 3 on the left. I'll pause, let you get that in right now. All right, so we transition to the ground. We're going to trap the back of our leg and work our knee car. So I got my leg trapped in. I'm not letting that femur or that upper leg move. I'm going to rotate my shin away. I'm going to extend, rotate that shin in, flex, reverse that pattern. That would be 1 rep. 3, I'll let you get a pause. I'm going to get a pause so you can get that in right there. Moving on to ankle. We're going to lower our guard, so I'm locking in my shin position. Pull my toe up, make a circle as big as you possibly can, all the way around, reverse that direction, make a circle in the opposite direction, 3 each side. I'm going to pause and let you get that in right there. We're going to go on the capsular hip car. So we're looking just to lock in a position and just move that hip through internal, external rotation without any changes. We have a bunch of positions we can hit on this. We're just gonna focus on one and really try to do the best possible job we can in there. So I'm gonna be on my back, pull this knee up, head, shoulders, hip, leg, all in contact with the ground. I'm locking this position. I give myself some sort of feedback on where I want this leg in space. I'm gonna rotate this leg in, so this would be external rotation, and then I'm gonna rotate this leg out. That would be internal rotation. Big focus on not letting that leg drift or move or extend any direction, just focusing on here's where I'm at. I have this much degree of flexion, and I want to rotate as much as I can, in and out for 3 to 5 reps. I'm going to pause and let you get that in right there. So now we're going to move on to a bear position. So heels wide, in line with the bottom bar, the backside of my knee. I'm going to pull my torso forward, and I'm going to get into an abducted position, meaning I'm pulling my knees away. In this position, I should feel some sort of stretch somewhere in this general vicinity. We're going to do is abduction, pails and rails in the bear position. Now, pails stands for progressive angular isometric loading, meaning I'm going to isometrically push against the back of my elbows. This, in a lot of ways, will be the ground we use so often in our pails and rails. So I need to be firm and grasp this position here so my knees have a point to push against. The pails is going to work up a percentage. We call it the ramp up. We'll say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. That means that I'm driving my knees into adduction, that percentage point all the way up. So if I had 100 pounds of pressure I can create going up, we're just going to start off at 20, work our way to 40, and then we're going to hold that 100%, whatever you determine that to be, your safest, greatest effort for 10 seconds. So it will look like this. I'm set up in my stretch position, apply pressure up, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we go into our rails, reversing that direction into abduction. So I'm driving my knee down to the ground as hard as I can. Hold that for 10 seconds. We're thinking about creating pressure throughout my body, pushing my knee down to the ground. Hold that for another 10 seconds, and then we'll go back into a stretch position. One round of pails and rails in that position. I'm gonna pause and let you get that in. So we're going to go into a triplanar lunge, meaning we have 3 different directions we're going to go. The base is forward, lateral, and posterior lateral. So when we step on our lunge, we think we want to contact with the whole foot, set up, hit, lower our body down. Find that range of motion we can. We always talk about in a lunge or a split squat, load this front leg as much as you possibly can. So if I'm going forward, I want to load effectively down into that knee, push back without leaning, keeping my torso steady and neutral, transition into a lateral lunge, stepping out, keeping that trail leg long, loading up that lead leg, push back hard, and then we'll go into a posterior lateral lunge, which is a 90-degree open step away down into that posterior lateral position. That would be 1 rep on the right side. We'll do 1 rep on the left side alternating. That's going to be 3 each side for 2 rounds. Take your time. If you want to actually add a med ball, we can use that for resistance or any kind of dumbbell. We're just trying to get warmed up so we go into our next series, our kettlebell swings. I'm going to pause and let you get through 2 sets of 3 each side on that. All right, so we're getting down to the real nitty gritty of this. We got our kettlebell swing period. It's going to be 8 sets of 25. Not a typo. 8 sets of 25. That's a lot of reps, 200 reps. So we're going to go through our swing mechanics. Every time we swing, the bell has to start at the ground. And that's a really important distinction because we find a lot of people start picking up and start swinging, and they might be in the most vulnerable part, in that part where they actually pick up. So we like to emphasize start with the bell on the ground. So when we set up on the bell, we think like we're a football long snapper. Feet about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, drop the torso, keeping the knees fixed. Chin's tucked, back is flat, grab onto the bells. I should see the whites of our knuckles as I grab onto that bell. And then that first movement is right into our swing. The same way I went up is the same way I went down. So when I transition up and down, we have to think about those are the most vulnerable spots where we're going to be potentially get injured. We need to protect ourselves at all costs when we're transitioning, especially in these high volume workouts, getting upwards of 200 swings. We have to be conscious of the areas where we're at most risk. I'm going to do a demo off to the side so we can see what it looks like from multiple angles. Again, set the bell up so we get that first initial swing. Hinge down, knees back, shin tucked, grab onto the bell, throw back. That will be a swing, 8 sets of 25. I'm going to pause and let you get that in right there. All right, the last thing, you're gassed, you're throttled, we got crocodile breathing. Simply, we're going to get on the ground, place our forearms underneath our head. We're trying to make as much surface on the ground as I possibly can. So if I'm only touching the ground from here to here, I want to touch with my whole entire shirt below my ribs. So each breath in, push, get as big as you possibly can, out through the air. A great tempo would be a 4, 4, 8, 4 tempo. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for an 8 count, and then hold that air out for a 4 count. We're gonna do that for 3 to 5 minutes. The goal of this is to help us restore, unwind, get more parasympathetic, so we can come back tomorrow and hit it equally as hard again. Thank you. That's Everyday Program.